Hey guys and girls, Toyota Tony coming at you with another tutorial just to show you the progress on the F-18. As you can see, we're all stickered up. Okay, figure I'd go over some of the ins and outs and some things that I've done to this, just to show you what it kind of involves. I mean, I do it a little bit differently. Everybody has their own way, but this is my way. Just to show you, here's the wings, new paint jobs, okay? The tails all coated, ready to roll, and the elevators. As you can see, it's a Diamond Viper scheme. Tell you a couple of things about the jet. This is a 8S version. Normally comes as a 6, but we run 2 more cells to give it a little bit more volt. It gives it a little more punch, especially on the vertical performance. It's generally set up as a 6-channel airplane. Okay, unfortunately, it cannot do some things that I like. I don't like running 2 servos to 1 channel. It can present problems, as far as, especially when you're trying to, I like it very precise when I'm setting them up. So, I mean, it does look like a rat's nest, but what I do, if you run the wires right side, left side, and keep them apart, as you can see, I have 2 wire harnesses here. They're both separated, okay, in the middle by a zip tie, okay, and if you look, they're color coded. Each one of these colors means something. That's how I do it. What it does, I may run this as a tail-around airplane again. I'm not quite sure. You'll have to stay tuned to find out what my decision will be. I haven't made it yet, so within the next probably couple hours, I will decide how I'm going to put it together and operate it. And I will show you the control surfaces when I'm done. A couple modifications that are done to this jet. The linkages. If you look, your standard F-18 does not come like this, okay? You're gonna get it, it comes, this horn right here, okay? This metal horn right here, it's plastic. This one's metal, as you can see, and as well as we use a high-tech D85 servo in the back. And I also put this brace in to help with the elevator. These things had a notorious habit of these things would separate here and pull away with the foam. Next thing you know, crash. Same thing on the other side. Metal horn. Where you get this horn is out of a Freewing F4 Phantom. It fits right on the shaft. No modifications needed. Put it on. Put your ball end on, and you're good to go. Put the servo in. I mean, you have to modify the hole a little bit. So I put a dab of glue here and there just to hold it in place. Another thing, we do use afterburners in these. Flip it over to show you that. This is the Freewing, as I'm going to say, the latest and greatest fan setup on this jet. Okay. A little better shot of it. You can see the high-tech servos that I'm using, the horn. Also, I put pieces of tape down below the bearing. There's bearings in here. Put a small piece of tape and wrap it around it. It's probably 1/16 of an inch. Put it in the pocket, and that stops the up and down play. The motors are Freewing 1350 kV, made for 8S setups. With a 5280 adjustable afterburner. What I do with these, a lot of them that just come on at the wrong times, like half throttle. This thing, I have it at almost 85%. So you're almost full throttle before this thing starts, about 75%, starts to come on. It's fully on at 85%, which is absolutely perfect. Landing gear, you'll see that later. As you can see, all white. And the stickers, I mean, granted, these are off a little bit, but you're never going to notice it. They're very hard to get dead straight. Couple other things I want to show you. Here's the old wings. If you're going to run high-tech, I run high-tech HS65s in these. They're digital. I believe that's them. Hang on, let me grab one. Just to show you folks. Let's see here. Here's a brand new one. Or I'm sorry, that other one's a new one. Here you go. If you look, here's what we got. Yeah, it's I'm sorry, it's a HS 5065 Metal Gear. These things, I've never, ever, ever had a failure. Okay, never. So we're gonna stick them in the wings. One thing you'll notice, I have the tape in there, but you have to, in order to get them in here, you have to cut this little corner out. You have to cut this little corner out right here. The reason being, High-Tech puts this little piece of rubber there. Stop, jump. And you don't want that. You don't want that interfering with the servo going all the way down the pocket. They do fit a little loose, so on this one, we're gonna put pieces of rubber in there. Hey, Mo, there's a dog, say hi. We're gonna put little pieces of rubber in there. These are glued in. As you can see, they're called a low vis rudder, whatever. They're High-Techs as well. So you can see we use a Spectrum receiver along with a custom battery tray. And what the battery tray does, it links the front landing gear and kind of bolts it all together. So if you have a rough land, it doesn't tear it apart. And that's about it. So see if I can give you a shot in the throat. Down the throat, as you can see the burners are perfectly centered. This thing is very bright. Like I said, the last one only flew one time. It got wrecked due to ailerons being reversed. But this one, we know better. So this one, we're gonna have a good go of it. So stay tuned. Be back hopefully tomorrow with the final build, final assembly, and control surface setup, as well as CG. This is Toyota Tony signing off. Have a great night.